Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're going to zoom in on a little bit further in depth on a viewer question regarding a covert narcissist spouse. And that is really, it's kind of developing on the further tactics and traits, and that is the covert narcissist sense of entitlement. So, entitlement basically means that you deserve to be treated in a superior and special and unique manner, oftentimes commensurate without experiences or value that warrants it or deserves it. So, a sense of entitlement is just because. Even without commensurate accomplishments, they want you to sort of guess and revolve around their needs, revolve around their interests, revolve around their whims. So that in essence, you're supposed to just magically understand what it is that they want without them really reciprocating the other direction. So that is the issue, really, is that they tend to take advantage of people through ignoring them. They tend to exploit others through not giving to them. And it doesn't even mean gifts, it doesn't mean money. It's more a sort of respect, it's more of an attentiveness, it's more a mirroring back of their wonderful qualities back to them. They can become so insidious and painful and traumatic. So it's in the withdrawing, it's in the it's within the distancing look, it's in the distancing treatment, where they just almost emanate that they don't believe in you. They don't think that you're equal to them. You're not on the same level. You're not worthy of attention. You're not worthy of being spoken to. You're not worthy of being guided. You're not worthy of being smiled to. You're not worthy of having a pat on the back. You're not worthy of having a meal made for you. You're not worthy of all your hard work. You're not given credit where credit is due. Thank you so much for doing a wonderful job in cleaning the home. Oh my God, thank you for a wonderful job in being patient with the children. They don't have the ability to reciprocate because of their lack of empathy. They don't have that ability to just sort of mirror back to you your authentic, credible, worthwhile self. So it's even though that you're there for them, you've given for them, you've provided, you've been more than empathetic, more than nurturing, more than a go-getter, more than satisfied their requirements for a spouse. You've been there above and beyond. You've been there on time. You've been there for them when they were sick. You've been there for when the kids were sick. You've created these wonderful experiences. Perhaps you've guided the family in religious matters. You've more than provided and contributed to the family, but somehow you're made to feel less than. You're made to feel inadequate. You're made to feel not worthy. And it is this, coupled with this sense of entitlement, that should just be a one direction. Again, we see this one direction going. It's not a reciprocal. They're very threatened by giving you compliments where compliment is due, credit where credit is due, guidance where guidance is due, love where love is due, eye contact where eye contact is due, greetings where communication is due. So it's in this deficit that this personality breakdown, or personality disorder and communication breakdown can be so painful and traumatic. So it's a withering away of trust. It's a withering away of self-esteem through the years of not being attended to, not being acknowledged, not being mirrored. And so it tends to, it's kind of like, it's the old statement, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So if you don't have that support, or that acknowledgement or that credible, you're going to extinguish that behavior, and that you're going to extinguish your self-esteem. So what ends up happening, we see a corroding of self-esteem and a developing of codependent tendency with these people, because you're called upon to constantly reaffirm this sense of entitlement within this individual. So you're constantly in a servile nature to them, constantly checking in on them, seeing how they're doing, thinking about what you can do to better please them, better serve them, make them happy, make them content, perhaps even strive to get some a hello out of them, some love out of them, some affection out of them. So you end up turning yourself inside out to try to get, something from them. And, if it's unbeknownst to you, you tend to then assign this sort of sense that, there must be something wrong with me for not getting attention. And so you think, wow, I must be really a nut job. I must be really a basket case. I must be really, am I missing an arm? Am I missing a leg? Am I, do I have, you know, um, a fourth leg here? Why am I treated like I'm less than a person? Why am I feeling like I'm not getting, acknowledged as a human being? Why am I feeling depersonalized? Why am I feeling a lack of identity and self-esteem and acknowledgement? It's because this use it or lose it situation. If they're not mirroring back to you the pleasantries in the relationship, the credit in the relationship, that's natural, normal, and organic, it tends to get repressed, stifled down, and then you just tend to carry on this and then sort of repress this indelible pain of being hurt, which is really being taken advantage of. It's really being exploited through this sense of entitlement. So we see this again coupled with a lack of empathy, which means they're not able to attend to, acknowledge, and reciprocate the needs of another. They're not able. It's a lack of empathy. It's an empathy deficit. Brain scans have shown that in narcissistic individuals, they're lacking neural activity in the area of the brain that is responsible for empathy and the left anterior insula. It's very much reduced in size in the narcissist individual upon the brain scan. Studies that have been done and looked at this. So there is a physiological basis, of course, then combined with environment and self-direction of this type of individual, and they're just promoting that that belief in themselves that they're superior than others. So we get this sense of entitlement, and that you're expected to just know what they need and constantly act to fulfill those needs for them. So realize it's so important to establish your boundaries and really sort of look at these messages that you have derived about yourself as a person based on this person's maladaptive treatment of you, and really begin to lift out that feeling of being unworthy, those messages that were received that you had felt. I'm not worthy of being talked to. I'm not worthy of being looked at. I'm not worthy of having affection. I'm not worthy of love and reciprocation. And realize that this was just, you were then reacting to this person who you were originally very much in love with and had gone above and beyond to satisfy, but realize that this person, does not have the ability to reciprocate and provide you what you're looking for if they are a covert narcissist. It's just part of their character disorder. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos will help you. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.